What's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while, but it's finally time for my Royal Rumble 2022 review. Overall, I give the show a 6 out of 10. I thought it was a decent show for the most part. There were some boring parts, but the spectacle of it was like nothing else, and that's always important in professional wrestling. To disband the reality of belief. That's why it is the greatest art form on the face of the earth, in my personal opinion. So let's get into the review here. This is going to be a mix of my personal reviews as well as the hundreds of reviews on cagematch.net as well. So let's get into it. First off, the Royal Rumble was held in St. Louis at the, I believe it's called the Ameritrade Dome, something like that. It's where the Battlehawks used to play in the XFL. The event was held there. There were 34,467 people, I do believe, in attendance. The capacity of the stadium is roughly about 45,000, so it was pretty much a sellout crowd. So these are going to be the match segment links. The first match, which was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, this will include the angles and stuff like that, went for 28 minutes and 18 seconds. The second match was the Women's Royal Rumble. It went for 67 minutes and 19 seconds. The third match was... Just give me 1 second here. The third match was Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. It went for 18 minutes and 29 seconds. Like I said, these aren't the match links. These are going to be the match and segment links. And after that, it was Bobby Lashley defeating Brock Lesnar in 23 minutes, 59 seconds. And then after that, it was the Miz and Maurice match. That match went for 20 minutes and 8 seconds. And then after that, it was the Men's Royal Rumble match, and it went for 57 minutes and 41 seconds. Overall, cage match, the show had extremely negative reviews, but in my personal opinion, I thought the show was pretty decent. So let's break this down a little bit. So the first match was Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I liked that this match kicked off the card. I just felt like both performers did not deliver. I will tell you why. So I loved the Seth Rollins Shield entrance. I'm loving his Joker gimmick as well. Pat McAfee talked about Jon Moxley on commentary, which is a great thing to see. Maybe the Forbidden Door might creak open again. I doubt it, but might creak open like it did in the early stages of the Attitude Era with WWF forming partnerships with AAA and especially during the Rumble. We'll get into more of what happens here in a little bit. Seth Rollins dominating most of the match, I felt was interesting. I thought it made for an interesting story to tell, but I would have personally have loved to see Reigns just dominate the match, since he has been the Universal Champion for 500 plus days now, and I think it would have built his character better. That's just my personal opinion. Hey, I disliked the finish. I don't believe matches should really ever end in DQ finishes unless they're at house shows. But especially if you're going to have a Big Four pay-per-view, no need for a 10-10 DQ finish. Length of the match, the actual match time was about 14 minutes and 23 seconds. I was hoping for a 25 to 30 minute cluster of just brutality and just amazing content, but unfortunately that is the problem with the Rumble, is all the shine is on the men's and women's Rumble matches. And matches like this, where Roman and Seth could have been booked to create beautiful magic. Fortunately, they didn't get the time to. So I did not like the match time. My rating for the match is a 5 out of 10. Like I said, overall it was okay, but I thought it could have been a lot better. Cage match, gave it a 7.24 rating out of 10. The next match was the Women's Royal Rumble match. I loved Ronda Rousey winning. I think that is awesome booking, and I just think that's going to be the big money match of Becky Lynch versus Rousey at WrestleMania. I think that's going to be awesome. I loved Ivory and her right to censor gimmick. I thought that was something we haven't seen in 2+ decades in the world of professional wrestling. And it was really great to see her and grab the mic, and it was a great callback, and it's something that's really interesting to see. It's nice to see Day go all out at the Royal Rumble and make something positive, even though the show wasn't reviewed overly well. I did really enjoy this match. Thought it had a lot of star power. I thought Melina, Ivory, Lita, I thought they all did great. I thought Sasha looked very strong. Like I said, Rousey winning and that becoming the money match of her and Becky at Mania. I think ticket sales will go through the roof, and I think that's where the money is at for that. The best part of the match, in my opinion, was Mickie James coming out with the Impact title, raising it in the air, causing hell. I thought that was awesome. Got the crowd to give a huge pop. I thought that was pretty sweet. So my final rating for the match was an 8 out of 10. Cage match, gave it a 4.43 for whatever reason. Not real sure why, but everyone's got their own personal opinions, I guess. The next match was Becky Lynch defeating Doudrop. I give this match a 5 out of 10. Cage match, gave it a 3.80 out of 10. I thought the build was very solid. I loved the spot where Doudrop got slammed into the stairs. I thought her selling was very well. And I thought the ending of this match was awesome with Becky doing the manhandle slam off the top of the rope. I thought that was quite awesome to see. Overall, like I said, the only reason I give it a 5 out of 10 is because for whatever reason, there was zero crowd investment into the match whatsoever. Everybody just kind of left, went to go get popcorn, merchandise, or whatever, and just seemed like they didn't really enjoy it. It is what it is. But after that, Bobby Lashley defeated Brock Lesnar, which, in my opinion, this was the match of the night. The build of this match, I loved it. I loved the angle on the previous Raw where Lesnar and Lashley were in the ring and they had the whole way in, and the spectacle that is the two men of Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, I think is amazing, and it's clear they can sell tickets with it. Like I said, I really just think I love both Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. The build of the match, like I said, was perfect. The spectacle, perfect. The only negative is it was very predictable that Roman would end up turning on Lashley and getting the title from Heyman, but it did have a huge pop from the crowd, so I enjoyed that. So actually, I'm going to take back my opinion. This is just going to be a 7 out of 10. That's going to be the second best match of the night. My rating of it is a 7 out of 10. Cage match, gave it a 5.45 out of 10. From most of what I was reading in the comments and stuff, I believe that was due to it being predictable, but sometimes predictability isn't always bad in the world of professional wrestling. The last match was the Royal Rumble match. Not a great match. I give this match a 3 out of 10. Cage match, a 1.86 out of 10. Again, the spectacle of it was nice, but the predictability of Brock entering the Rumble, which it got a pop, so at least you get a reaction out of the crowd. But him entering the Rumble and just winning, and then there was a long delay when he was pointing at the sign. I was actually in attendance for the event, so there was a long delay, and it didn't really get you that emotionally invested in the match. But it could have been worse, I guess. Like I said, I give it a 3 out of 10. This channel is all about positivity and just wanting to build a small community of people who look at professional wrestling in a very positive light, as well as life. So my final show rating for the Rumble is going to be a 5 out of 10. The strong parts of it were the Women's Rumble. That was the match of the night. And the negative parts was the predictability, as well as Seth Rollins and Reigns. I feel like they should have been given more time. But overall, and another positive thing was definitely the... sorry, my brain is fried right now. I need to get some sleep. The other positive thing was just the spectacle of the whole event. So overall, could have been better, but not too bad. It was definitely a memorable show, to say the least. If you enjoy listening to me review wrestling, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. And yeah,